It is me, your American who loves burgers. I wish I could have included more. You all had amazing burgers. They all made me hungry and they all made me sad because I'm in Japan where I cannot get a good burger to save my life. So I was quite jealous looking at all of these pictures. So our first burger was submitted by a Morkel. I think I wrote Morkeler? Is that actually? I feel like I've never noticed the R at the end. Did I add that? I might have added that myself. Anyway, Morkel. This is Morkel's burger. It looked amazing. I was very confused. I was honestly kind of mad when I looked at these pictures because the burger looks so fucking good. Like, what the hell? So let me read. This is made from fresh ground chuck, homemade buns, homegrown plus pickled cucumber, red onion, toast, onion, American cheese, mayo, and barbecue sauce. Smashed and sloppy, top bun optional. And it looks like all of those things. There were multiple pictures, mind you, posted of Morkel's burger, and all of them made me very hungry. Let's just say. All of them made me very mad that I was not at this cookout. Because what the hell? But yeah, overall, with how much I want burgers right now, this is a 10 out of 10. Like, just looking at this makes my mouth start to water. The only thing I think I would change to make it better is, personally for me, I have to have the same sauce on every burger I have, which is mayo and ketchup. When it's a sandwich, it's different. It's mayo and mustard. But I always need like mayo ketchup, mayo mustard. I've never actually had barbecue sauce on a burger. I'd be willing to try it though, but I've never tried it. Cuz I'm usually I don't like to, mix things up. Yeah, usually I get like barbecue for like, I don't know, like everything else that goes on the grill. That's just how it is. But this looks amazing. Again, I'm quite angry. I do not get mayo chup, whatever ketchup mayo is called. I put them on separately. I need to be able to control the exact proportions that are going onto the burger. But again, this honestly, it sounds so good. I would just try it. I don't even mind that it's got barbecue sauce on it and that I've never had barbecue sauce on a burger. I bet it's gonna be amazing because it's still got mayo. Again, 10 out of 10, amazing. Want it down my gullet right now. This is by Blood Flame Bird. This is their burger. It looks like a jailbird, and it looks like a beast of a burger. This is 2 smash burgers and a painted butter bun with red onion relish, lettuce, tomato, turkey, cheese dippers, and finished with homemade buffalo sauce. I'm gonna be completely honest. Turkey? I'm staring at you. I maybe I don't believe, but turkey? Everything else sounds great to me. But why is there turkey on your burger? Take the turkey off. Turkey burgers are nice, but I don't think it's a turkey burger. I think there's like a slice of turkey. Like high quality lunch meat slice of turkey. You know what I'm saying? The buffalo sauce sounds delicious though, and the fact that there's mozzarella sticks, I want to know how you ate this, because presumably you made this and consumed it. Yes. How did you eat it? Because it looks really tall. I would eat it, but I'll be honest, I'll take the turkey off. I'm not a big turkey fan. Unhinged jaw. Sorry, just let me real quick. Let me take my jaw off real quick. Wide burgers over tall burgers. I think both have their place. I think I love the appearance of a tall burger until I think about eating it, and I like a wide burger until I think about having to pick it up. because the bun on a really wide burger, I feel like always gets too soggy, which is why they usually build up. But I'm a top bun removal gal anyway. You guys all know this. So I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. And the reason I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 is for the turkey, but also because the jailbird's face is off model. Next time, move the eyes further apart. Maybe shave them down a little bit so they're not so circular. And move up the beak so it's on the same level as like the mid of the eye. But otherwise, fantastic job. Let's move on. This is Kohan Senhatsune burger. This picture also pissed me off royally. I was very angry because this was another burger that I really want to eat. I don't know what the hell it is technically. I'm guessing it's just a regular burger. I don't think those are homemade buns, but they look amazing at the same time, so maybe they are. It looks like they have really, really thinly cut fries, or if you're British, like Liz and chips, it's got some chips on it that look like they are right crispy. Right crispy and oily, which is chef's kiss. Then I see some long way cut pickles, as in pickled cucumber, for those of you who are not American. Good amount of lettuce. I see bacon. I see some wonderfully melted cheese, and then I presume that's a smash burger. I also see on the top, just peeking out, maybe a little bit of sauce. I'm not sure what sauce. All I know is this looks great and it would be in my stomach. It would be in my stomach. The fries look divine. The burger looks divine. It just all looks great. I want to eat it. That's the point. I would like to eat this burger. Because I feel like usually I do like my fries a little bit thicker, but I also prefer my fries overall crispy. So the fact that these are skinny, so they're really crispy, I know that I'd be digging through for like all the more brown fries and eating them to get like the good crunch, you know what I'm saying? Because the fries are so tiny, there's no way they're drying out. They're gonna be so fucking good. They're gonna be so fucking yummy. So fucking yummy. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Yeah, and then there's what looks like pink lemonade in the corner. Delish. I love pink lemonade. I love lemonade. So pink lemonade, when I love the color pink, even better. Overall, a well-rounded meal. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I don't know if we'll be giving above 10 out of 10s. I don't want anyone to think I'm being unfair. Okay, next one. Also, I don't think posted what they have, but this is our good friend Punks Mori. You know, they do a lot of art. It looks like there's chicken wings. They might have buffalo sauce. They might not. I'm not sure if that's kimchi to the side or what it is, but there's something to the side of the buffalo wings. Yeah, and then there's waffle fries. I can't exactly tell what's on the burger, but the bun looks delicious. There's black sesame seeds. Then on the burger itself, I can't tell what's on it. But I see the burger, I see a little bit of ketchup, I see some melted cheese. I'm not sure what the white stuff is. It looks like caramelized onions. Hey, you might be right. My caramelized onions don't usually look like that, though. But that is probably my fault. But look at this burger. It's honestly, does it really matter what's on a burger? I don't think so. As long as it tastes freaking good, then it's delicious. You know? You think that's a fried egg on the burger? Eh? You might be right. I'm not sure. This burger, this plate, is it gonna be good for your heart? As in your heart health? Absolutely not. None of these burgers are going to be good for your heart health. In fact, they're probably gonna be pretty bad for your heart health. But you know what? They're gonna be good for your soul. And that's what matters. Burgers were not made to be the epitome of health. They're not made, but when you think about it, they're a perfectly balanced meal. They have meat, they have dairy, they have carbohydrates, they have vegetables. If you put tomato and lettuce and stuff on it, pickles too. That's a well-rounded meal right there, baby. That's a well-rounded meal. And then you get some sauces too, ketchup. That's like another tomato. It's like a whole nother tomato. And then mayonnaise, that's eggs. That's eggs and a little bit of oil. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of oil. And then onions too, that's another vegetable, you know? They're totally healthy. This looks great. Yeah, I think there's also some bacon, but it's like not on the burger. I'm not sure. But pungsamori, I don't even know what it is and I want to eat it. But because I don't particularly know what it is, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Next one is by Fabulous Garma. Hello, here's their burger. There's some anime girls in the background, just ignore them. First is beef and lamb patty, Thousand Island and blue cheese. So that's, I believe, this one. I'm pretty sure. Second is classic American one with pickled reds. Hope these work, Nerissa. I work in restaurants. So this is an actual restaurant worker who is making delicious burgers for no damn reason. It looks like there's some pretty, what's the word? Gnarly curly fries on the one to the left. Those look awesome. I like the thick amount of red onion. I'm one of those people who really likes a lot of red onion on my burger, though. I feel like some people, they're like, oh, just a few, you know, just a few. But I like a lot. I can't imagine Thousand Island on a burger, but I bet it would be good. And then the blue cheese looks great. Blue cheese is hit or miss, but I think in this case it would be good. The only thing I gotta call you out on is that burger looks really red to me. I think for me, I'd need it more medium to well for a burger. Usually if it's a steak, you know, medium rare is good. But I think for a burger, I need it cooked a little bit longer. But you know, I'd still try it. But I might take off the burger and then be like, put it back on the grill. Cook this a little longer. As for the one on the right, that one also looks good. It's classic American. You can't go wrong. It's got pickled reds. It's got French fries. 10 out of 10, man. But hopefully, again, I would say for the one that's a little raw, let's give it a 9. Cook it a little bit longer. It'll be great. This is Exile Eden's burger. Exile Eden has made some backgrounds and stuff for us. This looks good. There's mustard, ketchup, there is a tomato and lettuce, good amount of vegetables. I see some cheese dripping off of that, which looks like a smash burger patty. It looks great. The bun is definitely store-bought, but it still looks good. The vacation burger. Yeah, this burger came out by the pool to chill out. It's taking a break, you know? Yeah, this is clearly a 4th of July burger. Happy 4th of July. And we can see they have some chips. Not fries, but chips and burgers also go together. I need to know, do you also have a hot dog on this day? Personally, to hot dogs, I prefer bratwurst. A bratwurst. Not wursts. I prefer brats. I think brats are so good. They taste yummy. This burger looks great. This looks like the epitome. This looks like when I go to a family barbecue and they are fixing all the burgers for you. This looks like the thing I'm handed. It's great. It's wonderful. I would eat it for that reason. The only thing it's missing is onions. There might be onions on this, but I can't see them. And I would like them to be visible. So I'm going to have to give you a 9 out of 10. Add onions, perfect burger. This is Sefferdoodle's Burger. What you're looking at is a chili bacon cheeseburger that I tried to cross-section but ended up crushing the toasted bun in the process. So I'll be honest. This is not the most attractive picture you could have gotten of your burger. I don't remember if there were multiple, but I think for most of them, generally, I tried to pick the best one. It's a little blurry. The burger's a little smashed. But it's cooked all the way through. Yeah, it looks like a crime scene, but like in a very edible way. There's some melted cheese. I wonder if that's sharp cheddar or if it's just regular American cheese. There's bacon on that burger, and there's chili sauce. I have not had a burger with chili sauce, but I bet it's delicious. Well done, burger. Look, it's got to be cooked. If a burger is not cooked, I get scared because usually it's ground beef, you know? I'm gonna give you an 8 out of 10 for the fact that your picture and the bun, you're right, the bun got really smashed, but it still definitely looks edible. I would eat it. It's wonderful. Yeah, unless it's ground fresh at home, but even then I still don't trust it. It needs to be cooked all the way through. All right, in this next one, I had to pick for the cute Ame. Ame, we miss you. This is Home Mortgage's burger. It looks like they have some sweet potato fries, and then you can see in the middle all the different ingredients that went on it. This is a cheeseless burger. There is no cheese on this. Wait, I see cheese now. Is that cheese? Do you guys see cheese on the burger? Okay, wait, yeah, that definitely is melted cheese because onion is on top of the burger. So they have both an onion, lettuce, tomato, and then some cheese, but it's kind of melted, I think, sideways. So I think some of it is on the other side that is kind of hidden. On a, that looks to be a pretty thick beef patty. I don't think it's a smash burger. I think it's just a regular patty. On a store-bought bun, the bun does not look toasted to me. And I think if you would have toasted that bun, it would have been even better than it already is. Another question I have is I don't see any sauce peeking out anywhere. There probably is sauce somewhere, but I don't see it sitting out either. And that worries me. Do you have mayo on that burger? I don't care how high quality the burger is. I think all burgers need mayo. At least mayo, and at best mayo and ketchup. The bun is raw. The bun is raw. You gotta cook it and put some sauces on it. Lighten up your life. Add on some mayonnaise. Add in some some ketchup, and you will have the perfect burger. Our garlic aioli would be nice too. But who has time for that? I feel like that's not just something I've ever seen conveniently at the store. Like, oh, look, a garlic aioli. Yeah, let me just bring this home for my burgers. Maybe it does exist. It probably does exist, but that's beside the point. This is a hockey user Sean's burger. Resubmitting my Nerissa-inspired burger with a homemade blue bun, white American cheese, black Russian dressing, and white onion. One without a top bun, just like you like it. They served it up just for me. I've got to be honest. The first time I looked at this before I read what it was, I thought that this was like a cake that was like made to look like a burger. Because the sauce to me, it looks like chocolate. It looks like frosting, like chocolate frosting. You know what I'm saying? And the bun being blue too, it's giving me cake vibes. I won't lie, for that reason I'd be a little apprehensive. Also, I've never had black Russian dressing. But I do love a good American cheese. Specifically white American, because I usually get that from Subway. The bun, I think, could be a bit of a deeper blue, but it's pretty close to the match in my horns. It's pretty close. Just a little bit darker, just a little more of a rich blue. And I think it would have been spot on. But I know that's hard to control for baking. Baking's not always easy, so don't worry about it. You tried, and that's great, because at the end of the day, you made this bun. You made it yourself. And somehow, you still maintained the blue bun. Most times, I feel like when you make something like this, if you dye it, the issue is you put it in, and then it gets so toasted that it doesn't really look. But this is an amazingly colored. This is an amazingly colored blue bun. So I gotta give it to you. I give it a 9 out of 10 just because, again, I don't know what the black Russian dressing is. Also, I think you need a little more vegetables. But otherwise, sounds incredible. Would eat 10 out of 10. Well, 9 out of 10, but still, would eat. All right, here's a burger by Zell. It's a homemade burger crafted with love and some Greekiness. Attempt. The yogurt sauce on top was made from my homemade yogurt, a bit of whipped cream, and sugar. The tomato sauce was a mix of tomato ketchup and tomato paste. Burger patty was beef and mushroom. So we have a very good distinguishment of this burger. I'm interested because I've never heard of mixing ketchup with tomato paste. I feel like that would become so strong. But now I'm kind of curious to try it. I feel like this is kind of like a low-key Euro burger-esque, Euro-inspired burger to my heart. So I'd love to see you go all in on the Greekness and leave it in just the yogurt sauce and then just like add other things that you would get on a Euro. Because it makes me think of a Euro. And that makes me hungry because I really like Euros. Where's the sauce? The sauce is right there! Also, those buns, the one on the left, it looks like the top got a little burned, you poor thing. And then the other one looks so not burned at all. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Because again, I feel like I would make some changes. I would really lean into the Greekiness. But it looks good. This is by Blaster 1076. This is their burger. Nerissa and Jailbirds, I give you the Failbird Burger. It's a double bacon cheeseburger with onion and mustard on toasted white bread because I had no burger buns. Now, I'll be honest, one thing I like about this is the choice of side. Just as important as the burger itself is the choice of a side, and having cheese puffs with a burger is fantastic. Does this count as a burger because it is not on burger buns? I think this would classify as a patty melt. Am I correct or am I correct? Would this still be a burger or a patty melt? Yeah, this is a melt, not a burger. But they still fall into the same classification-isk. They're just a little different. So we're still rate it like it's a burger. Because the only distinguishing fact here is that you did not have buns. We love bacon. Bacon is always good. And then it's also got onions, there's some mustard, a really melty cheese on this double stack. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. It looks like my arteries are gonna hurt, but like in a good way. I think the one thing I would change again is I think you need a little more vegetables. I think you need some lettuce on there. You need some color. Because right now you got the brown coming from the bun and the bacon. Then you've got the white, which doesn't count. The brown comes from the bread too. And then you've got cheese and mustard, which are both yellow. You need a little more color. You need a little more color. Some people don't like vegetables. Personally, I do. I need some veggies on my burger. We do not need no vegetables. Okay. Need an opinion on brown mustard. I love brown mustard. It used to be my go-to when I would make a sandwich at a Subway, but then they got rid of it. And now I'm forever sad. Anyway. Let's see. I would give it for a patty melt, I would give this a 9 out of 10. For a burger, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. You could have had burger buns, but the side choice was impeccable. I need a few more vegetables on this burger, and it would be good to go. Next up, we have the Huskin burger. From Murica Day, I made myself a cheeseburger with bacon and caramelized onions. Can confirm super delicious. And indeed, that is what it is. It looks like a untoasted bun with caramelized, very well caramelized. This is what my caramelized onions look like. With cheese, bacon, and just a regular burger. It doesn't look like a smash burger. Yeah, this looks great. Is there sauce? I think there might be some mayo on the top bun, maybe, but I can't tell if it just looks moist from it. You need some mayo. If there's no mayo on this, but I'm presuming there is mayo. But this is hard to beat. If there's mayo on it, again, this is another where like, is this good for you? No, absolutely not. This is not good for you at all. This is terrible for you. In fact, there's no vegetables, there's meat, it's all different shades of brown if you didn't have the cheese. However, we're Americans. That's how we like it. 10 out of 10. Add some vegetables next time, just so we can pretend. There's onions. Caramelized onions do not count. Caramelized onions do not count as a vegetable. This looks great. I want to eat it. I want it in my mouth right now. I know this would taste so fucking amazing. And I'm really mad. I'm mad looking at it. We gotta move on to the next one. This is pissing me off, you guys. Get a load of this guy. Get a load of this burger. What's it doing on that plate, not my stomach? Can you even believe it? So fucking offensive. Anyway. This is Pokemon 517's burger. Here you go, Risa. One jailbird burger with cheese. High in fat, yet full of love. Top bun removable upon request. Yeah. Well, looking at it, objectively speaking, the jailbird is very cute, who's on this burger, which I would presume is Pokemon himself. Pokemon himself is probably on this burger. Or he stole a jailbird to put on the burger. Did you wash the jailbird thoroughly beforehand? Jailbirds like to play around and roll around on the floor, so just make sure you're washing your jailbird before you put them on the plate. The cheese looks yummy. It looks like a little mixed cheese, and it looks tasty. I wouldn't eat a jailbird personally. There's no vegetables, but I'm kind of digging the fact that this looks like a burger hat. We've got to rate it on the fact that, like, the bun is, like, good and, like, it looks like a hat that the jailbird is wearing. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at it, because the front of the cheese is, like, the front of the hat. You know what I'm saying? It's cute. That is a cap I feel like jailbirds would wear to the burger eating contest. Let's have a burger eating contest. You're all required to wear the burger hat. I would not eat this burger. I would take this burger, I would take off the top bun and the cheese, and I would let the jailbird free. In which I would be left with a cheeseburger. And by cheeseburger, I mean it very literally, a burger with cheese. But yeah, anyway, 1,000 out of 10. Good work. Good work on your tasty jailburger. Here's this next one. This is by Max Tenose. This is Max Tenose's burger. I present to you a burger with lettuce, tomato, and bacon with Kewpie mayo, barbecue, and honey mustard, all on a toasted sesame bun. Crinkle cut fries as well. Those fries look great. First off, I like that they are very, very toasted. They look oily. I can see the sheen of the oil, and I like that. That is something I like. I enjoy that. I enjoy that in my fry. When I eat one, and I look at my fingers and they're a little greasy after, I'm like, this was cooked in oil, wasn't it? This is cooked in oil. Hell yeah. I love when things are cooked in oil. Thank God. Anyway, this has a good amount of vegetables. It's got lettuce and tomato. I need to ask, I can see the bacon. It looks kind of like turkey bacon. That is the one thing I'll critique, because I hate turkey bacon, because I don't like to eat turkey. But the rest of it looks great. The burger looks good. It needs a little bit of cheese, but the sauces actually sound really nice. It's Kewpie mayo, barbecue, and honey mustard. I would want to add cheese, but the rest of it looks great. I love that there's a little dipping sauce for the fries as well. It's great. No cheese gets you deducted 1 point, so I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, but fantastic. Someone asked what Kewpie mayo is. How could you? Kewpie mayo is like Asian mayo, and it's better than any like if you go to like the H Mart or like probably any Asian store near you, you can just get Kewpie mayo. It's so good. So good. I need cheese on my burger. Okay, next one. This is another jail burger by Natsukawa Usagi. Burger from Japan. Jailbird's Family. Handmade beef patty with pineapple, tomato, cheese, and mixed sauce. hope that we can have a hamburger collab in Japan in the future. I would like that too. As you can see, they also did the super cute thing of they printed off jailbird details and put them onto the burger, so it looks like a jailbird. Now, as you can see from this, burgers that you get from Japan look very different. This is a homemade burger and it looks amazing, but it's got a distinctive differentness from all the American burgers. However, I would still eat this burger. Japanese burgers, I will still eat them. It's smaller, the cheese is hanging off the bun. I love this burger. I want to eat it. I've never had pineapple on a burger, so it makes me interested to try it. Because pineapple on meat is not unheard of course. It's a good tenderizer. And then it looks like they have 2 different side dishes. I can't tell if it's fries on the left, but I definitely see some eggplant that is very well cooked on the right. But the left, if those are fries, I need them cooked a little bit more. A little bit more. But yeah, it's good. There's going to be a little bit of sweetness from the pineapple and tomato. There is still cheese on there, which is great. The bun looks super tasty too. And the burger is pretty thick. I think you could smash it out a bit more. Then your burger won't be so tall. I'd also remove the top bun. But yeah, for a Japanese burger, I'll give you a 9 out of 10. Here's an interesting one. So this, to me, looked like a really burnt pizza at first, and I was really glad they described what it was. So this is BF Robin 446's burger. I've been tinkering with pizza burgers since Gigi and Raura's American food stream. For this one, I wasn't in the mood for bread, so I used portobello mushroom caps for the bun, and that made everything make sense. It's a mushroom bun. But other than that, it's a pizza burger. So it's got, that looks like mozzarella cheese, your typical pepperoni. Now, what confuses me is the underneath. So I definitely see some, probably pizza sauce. Is that an olive? What is that underneath? Do you see what I'm talking about? Like peeking underneath the cheese on the left. Do you see what I'm talking about? Looks like a pepper. Yeah, it looks like some sort of pepper or olive. Or it might be a mushroom too, but I don't know. It's already on portobello mushrooms, so I feel like they wouldn't put mushrooms on it, you know? But yeah, I mean, this is a very interesting concept. I've never eaten a burger that is a pizza that is not on a bun that is on mushrooms. And I hate to say, I myself personally don't like mushrooms very much. Personally, not a mushroom fan. So I don't know how I'd feel about this one. I'm not sure how I feel. I'm going to give you a 7 out of 10. Because I still think the presentation could be better. And I feel like if it were on an actual bun, I might be a little more receptive to the burger. But I mean, I think for cutting calories for yourself, I think that's amazing. That is a really good idea, and it makes me wish that I loved mushrooms so I could do this instead of using bread. Okay, next burger. This is stuffed Sharky's burger. There is no cheese on this burger from what I can see. It looks like there's a mix of probably mayo and ketchup. I presume they did what I do sometimes, which is they put them both on the bun and then they mix them together with the knife and then spread it out. That's kind of how it looks to me. Looks good. Yeah, very cool keyboard in the background. And then there is some very crispy looking fries. Very nice and crispy looking. And there's ketchup slathered over them. There's pickles on the burger as well as lettuce, but I don't see any tomato or onion or cheese, as already mentioned. The bun doesn't look toasted, but it might be. But I can't tell, but I don't think it's toasted. I would eat this burger. I think I personally would smash the burger. I would smash it. I feel like that could be 2 different burgers with 2 different cheeses on it, but I feel like the meat patty is really, really thick. Which isn't a bad thing. You know, sometimes you just need a thick cut of meat or a thick burger in your mouth. You know what it is? But I feel like for me, when it comes to burgers, I prefer smash. And this is all based on my personal preference. I just feel like they're easier to eat. So, but there's nothing wrong with the fact that it's a thick burger, apart from my preference, just so everyone is clear. I also feel like it would be even better, again, with cheese and with some onion and some tomato. Because it looks to be such a classic burger. Also, I would have put the ketchup sauce on the side instead of on the fries directly, because I feel like that is how you get really messy hands. Because you go and you want to grab a fry, but then you have to like think about it because the ketchup's on top, so you gotta like pick somewhere, or you get ketchup all over your fingers. And then the ones on the bottom that weren't on the top don't have any ketchup, and then you get sad. You know, here's one thing too. I also don't like ketchup on my fries. I prefer to dip them in a mayo mustard mix. But that has nothing, that's neither here nor there. That doesn't even matter. This looks great. I would add a few things, but overall looks like a good burger. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Here is Razor 921's burger. They did not give an explanation of what it is. However, I feel like everything is very visible. That is a nice bun. It does not look store-bought to me, but I could be wrong. That looks like it's probably homemade. There's a smash burger, there's shredded lettuce underneath, there's a good layer of cheese, then there is onion, and then pickles. This is a solid burger. The only thing I don't know about is the sauce, but I presume, because of everything they have on this, that there is sauce on the bottom bun. I'm going to say that it's probably mayonnaise, but we don't know. Technically, it is completely unknown. Looks like cucumber to me. Do you know that pickles are pickled cucumbers? Do you know that? And if you make them at home, sometimes they look more like cucumbers than pickles. Sometimes. That definitely looks like a pickle to me. That was probably homemade. But that's just my opinion. So the fries are definitely sweet potato fries, which I'm not a big fan of, but I'll eat them. I'll eat them if they're put. I see food, I eat it, you know? This burger looks very good. Only thing I'd recommend is adding sauce, which again, they very well might have. For that reason, I want to give it a 10 out of 10 because it's a very nice classic burger, but I don't know if there's sauce, so we're going to give it a 9 out of 10. Here is a Moonlight Lee's burger. I made a Korean-style kimchi rice burger without the top bun. To be honest, the rice didn't crisp up well, so when I placed it on top, it collapsed. Oh, but you did it for me, right? So as we can see, they do have the bun there, but it seems like, as I said, they made the rice into the burger. So you can see the kimchi fried rice. So I imagine it's just probably a regular burger with all the toppings we can see, and they were so kind and gave a picture with all of them, so we can see that there's pickles, tomatoes, cheese, and then the kimchi fried rice, and then the burger. And they did have a bun, but they didn't use it. So this is great. I've had rice burgers before. They're definitely very hard to pull off, but it's a very good attempt. I'd be curious how you ate this. I feel like the best option would actually be to cut this up and then like mix it kind of like a salad and then eat it with like a spoon or like a bibimbap, you know? That's how I would eat this. I love kimchi fried rice. I've never had a kimchi fried rice burger, but I bet it would slap. That would be tasty. Kimchi. So yummy. I would eat this, not gonna lie, I would eat this. Again, I wouldn't eat it like a burger. I need to like bibimbap mix this up, in which I feel like making a nice gochujang sauce like would be really good here, because that's the one thing I see that's missing is like a good like little gochujang sauce, like to like slather over the top of it, you know what I'm saying? Like I know technically, you know, the kimchi's already kind of saucy a little bit, I guess. But I would want that for the appearance. You know what I'm saying? I would also have melted the cheese onto the burger itself. But I see that you really broiled the top of that burger, so you probably wanted it to be separate. But if I could make recommended changes, that is personally what I would do. But this looks fantastic. 10 out of 10 would eat. Gonna rate this a 9 out of 10. This is just a Shiro burger. Zburger. They have corn on the cob. And they've got shiori. And that makes this really hard to judge. Because something I have probably never talked about is the fact that I fucking love corn on the cob. I love when the family's having a cookout and there's just fucking corn on the cob. Oh my god. It doesn't even have to be made on the grill. That shit can just be boiled. Corn is always so good. You get it, you get a whole stick of butter, and then you twirl the corn around in it, and then you cover it in salt, and then you eat the corn. Mwah, chef's kiss. So fucking good. That's beside the point, because we are not here to judge corn. Because if you ask me to judge the corn, this would be a 10 out of 10. I can't see it, there's anything on it, but they've also got the little corn holders that look like corn that you like stab into the like the husk, the whatever it's called, the middle part of the corn, so you can like hold it without getting your hands dirty. Fucking love corn. Oh my god, corn on the cob. I fucking love corn on the cob, man. Why would you do this? Those fries, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think you made those at home. Those look like Arby's fries to me. Maybe you did make them, maybe they came out of a bag, but those look just like Arby's fries. So I'm inclined to say that you went to Arby's and you got Arby's fries, in which case the ketchup dipping sauce, if that's for the burger, it's okay. And you can totally disregard this. If those are for the fries, I need you to get like a cheese dip. I need you to dip those in cheese, because the ultimate thing that you can dip in your Arby's fries in is into the cheese you get at Arby's too. I always ask for a little cup of cheese. You need to get their cheese sauce, or you need to like find a good one that you like that you can get at home. What? No, Arby's sauce. Arby's sauce is for the freaking burger, man. Arby's sauce and cheese on the burger, and then cheese dipping sauce for the fries. You gotta trust me. Dipping cheese. Yeah, dipping cheese. It's kind of like a nacho cheese, but it doesn't taste like nacho cheese unless you're in like Pittsburgh. Then you will get the most rancid, awful cheese at an Arby's. If you live in Pittsburgh, do not, I repeat, do not go to Arby's. If you are in the Midwest or Texas or somewhere like that, Midwest, South, even I don't know about the West Coast, admittedly, but I don't think the upper East Coast does Arby's very well. But the Midwest and the South, they know how to do an Arby's. Anyways, sorry, I'm getting so distracted by all the sides that this person has. Just to Shiro, your sides are winning. I freaking love Arby's, and I love corn. I love corn! So, the burger itself, let's get to that. The bun, I don't think it is homemade, but it might be, and it scares me. I can't tell. You guys make your best guess, but that looks like a really good bun. Looks like there's some melted cheese on there. The burger is pretty thick. Then I also see some bacon and some lettuce. I don't see a sauce on the burger. And there might be onion on there too, but all I technically see with my eyes is the patty, the cheese, the bacon, the lettuce, and then the bun. This burger looks good. It needs some sauce, and it needs some onion. It needs some onion. I also would smash the burger a little bit more, make it just a little bit thinner, but I understand you wanted more meat, and that's so valid. There's barbecue sauce? Where do you see barbecue sauce? Where do you see barbecue sauce on the burger? I just see bacon. On the right? That's just like burnt bacon. No? I'm looking for it, but that's just bacon. Under the bacon, that's just bacon. There is no barbecue sauce there. You're just seeing glossy bacon. I feel like I would have tried to cook the bacon a little more evenly. That's one thing, is I look over to the right part of the bacon and it looks really pink. Looks really pink to me still. Like, I feel like that could have been crisped up a little more. I personally like my bacon a little crispy, so this is totally self-preference. I know some people like their floppy bacon, but personally for me, I want it a little more crispy. So for the sides, you get an absolute 10 out of 10. Those are great sides. But for the burger itself, I feel like it needs a definitive sauce that I can see with my eyes or that you list. And then the bacon I would have crisped up a little more, but this looks great. This looks very, very nice. 9 out of 10. Here is Spirit Cells Burger. This is a barbecue bacon burger. They commented it was pretty tasty, not gonna lie. The bun looks great. It looks like not only might it be toasted, I'm pretty positive it's toasted, but they also look like they put probably some sort of like garlic butter sauce on it, maybe just butter, to make it really shine. And shiny it looks. I think it's not a homemade burger just based on the little thing we're seeing on the lip of the top burger on the left, but it might be. This looks, either way, they clearly made it their own. This is a well done burger bun. As we can see, there's onion, tomato, lettuce. We can see the bacon and some cheese, probably Swiss, and then a pretty thin burger. Very nice. We know there's barbecue sauce on it as well. This does look pretty tasty. I'm not gonna lie. Gonna give it a 10 out of 10. For myself, personally, I would probably add... Oh, no, wait! I see them! There's pickles! There's pickles! I almost missed them! Perfect. It's perfect. It's a 10 out of 10. This is great. This is great. It's got everything a burger needs. It's got sauce. It's got onions. It's got tomatoes. It's got lettuce. I think I might... No, obviously there's onions. Oh my god, I already saw them. Bacon, cheese, chef's kiss. This is great. This is a tasty looking burger. I would eat 10 out of 10. This is Melimo's EFR's burger. I made this burger with sausage, ham, mustard, and cheese. It's a burger version of a torta cubana paired with the goated drink of all Mountain Dew Baja Blast. So I did have to cut that out a little bit. But there is a Baja Blast in the background. This burger is good. It looks like a good wide burger. I don't know how big that plate is. Clearly not super huge, but because you picked a smaller plate, this burger looks giant in the best way possible. Now, interestingly, I don't know what a torta cubana is, so I'd have to look it up. I'm not sure. But it looks like there is, as I mentioned, there is sausage and ham on this burger instead of regular stuff, and then cheese, mustard, and yeah, that's just what it is. And then a burger patty, of course. It's a Cuban sandwich. I see. I really like Cuban sandwiches. But I don't think they're the same, because I feel like a Cuban sandwich does not look 100% like this. But this still looks very good. I think there's a lot of meat going on, because you have the ham and sausage and the burger patty. And the one thing I'd say is I would maybe cut up the sausage at least in half, so you could like place it apart so it's more evenly on the burger and not just in one side. But otherwise, this looks pretty good. I definitely need some vegetables, but if this is based on a sandwich that might not have vegetables, I don't want to tell you need to add them, because clearly you had a vision. This is the vision and you did it. And the bun looks good. It looks like it's probably toasted. It looks like it's definitely toasted, and it looks yummy. I would try it. I don't know if I'd be able to eat it all, because there's so much meat. There's so much meat. This is going to be a sodium-packed, tasty burger right here. So let's go ahead and give it a 9 out of 10. It needs some vegetables, but otherwise, this looks like a good burger. Here's the next one. This is by Arcticos Bear VT. Not sure if it counts, but I'm a food photographer and stylist, but please enjoy my burger art. This, I needed to include it. Because what the hell? This is again like the burger at the beginning. Oh my god. It looks so yummy. Eating, and this is something I'm really bad at when it comes to food too. Eating, you partially do with your eyes. It is not only a oral experience. Eating, it uses all the senses. You know, you come in, you see the food, and then you take in the appearance of it. Does it look tasty? Then you smell the burger. Does it smell good? Then you pick it up with your hands, you feel the burger, and maybe you crunch the bun a little bit between your fingers so you hear the burger, and then you taste the burger. And you also hear the sound when you bite into it, that it makes the different sounds going together. It's great. My eyes are seated on this picture. I can't taste this burger, but I feel like I can. I don't even know what's on it, but it looks good. Like, one of them is clearly like a fried egg burger. There's like really gooey cheese. And it just looks great. The bacon is cooked very well. The bun is well toasted on both sides. The fries look good. Like, this is just a good looking burger. Yeah, exactly. 100% fresh, all beef patty. Like, that is what these ads would say. And then, like, the burger would be, like, spinning, and you'd be, like, seeing the cheese drip off. Like, I can visualize this as, like, a commercial. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I can see, even though they're not doing it, I can imagine the egg bursting and suddenly the yolk just, like, spilling out like that. It just looks so good. This is amazing. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 for presentation. But you did not make these burgers, so I can't actually rate if they're I'm sure they're delicious, but you did not make them. So just for your visual ability, your visual capability, fan-fucking-tastic, man. Here's the next burger by I Am Chloe Rose. Behold my beautiful creation. My take on an ultimate steak burger. Fried garlic on top. So this one makes me laugh because it is burger patty on top of fries with cheese and fried onion. I think that's cheese. That's like definitely melted cheese, right? But I'm confused because some of it is under the fries. So I don't know what's going on here. But I'd eat it. Like, is that gravy? Is that gravy on top? Maybe. Maybe not cheese. Maybe gravy? Gravy? No top bun? There is no bun. There is no bun at all. And that's fine, honestly. I feel like Japan does that a lot, so maybe I don't think it's particularly weird. I feel like I would separate the fries from the burger. And then I would have done a cross section here so I can see how it's cooked. It needs a bun? No, this is a burger steak. The JP bros understand. See, they're giving this a high rating. They think it looks great. It's got gravy, it's got the hamburg steak, and then it's got fried onions on top and fries that look really fucking good. This is a good looking hamburger steak. So in terms of being a hamburger steak, I would rate this a 9 out of 10 just because I would like to see a few things changed to make it a little more appealing to my eyes. However, I would eat this 100%. I would eat this. It's great because there is no bun. There are no vegetables though, but that's pretty regular for hamburger steak where you have them on the side. So I feel like this can get away with not having any vegetables. This is Manong Maniakis burger. This is a double smash burger with gravy, cream, cheese, bacon, browned onion, fried egg, and sharp cheddar on an everything bagel. This is a crazy burger if I've ever seen one. This is like a breakfast burger. But they did tell us everything's on it, so that really helps. It's got gravy. It's got eggs. It's got the cheese. It's got the double smash burger. It's hard because like there's just not there's not really any notes apart from okay, it needs more vegetables, but this is a breakfast burger, so it's also like fine. Like I feel like I can't critique it. I can't critique it because it's already great. It's a bagel burger. It's a bagel breakfast burger. Bagel breakfast burger for breakfast. It's definitely not good for you, but like, yeah, this looks like a breakfast burger to me. This I feel like 100% gets away with no veggies, no ketchup or mayo because it's got the gravy. It just looks good. I don't know what else to say. For a breakfast burger, 10 out of 10. I personally don't like eggs. And I don't like fried eggs on burgers because I feel like the yolk... I feel like what I like to do is I like to make a jelly yolk. And then I like to take the yolk and separate it and then like put it on the bread and use that as the sauce. Because I feel like when you have a yolk like this, a great thing is the yolk is delicious. However, you're not really to evenly get it onto the burger. And then so it just breaks. You lose half of the yolk onto the plate. Half of the burger doesn't actually have any of the yolk. And then you're just stuck with the egg white, which I don't like. Personally. But I know some people really enjoy it. So who am I to yuck your yum, you know? If you like it, perfect. But personally, that's the one thing I would change about this. For my own personal taste preference. Take the yolk, make it a jelly yolk, get rid of that damn egg white. Eat it separately or something. Don't put it on the burger. Unless you like egg whites. Yeah, I just don't like eggs, so I really shouldn't talk. But this looks great. Now this makes me want to try an everything bagel as a bun. That is the thing that I have picked up from this. But I feel like once you get to the center, you'd need to prioritize eating the part where there's no bun. Because if you save the center for last or something, you will have no bun. No bun. But the everything bagel just is kind of like it's selling the whole thing. If you had a regular bun, you wouldn't be able to get away with this. But because you have an everything bagel, you 100% get away with this. Okay, next burger. This is by Golden Boy. This is Golden Boy's burger. Thick, how I like my women. And I can't argue with that. They didn't tell any other info about what's on the burger, but it looks like a toasted bun with a tomato, lettuce, pickles. I don't know if that's bacon on top. I can't tell. I think it's bacon. I think it's a good crispy bacon. And then a very thick burger patty. They also have mustard and mayonnaise on there. I can see because I have the mustard off to the right. And that's definitely mayonnaise. It looks delicious. Again, for me personally, just a little thick. I like my women thick too. However, personal preference, I don't like my burgers thick. But if you do, you like to take a bite out of your burger and have like a good amount of like meat in your mouth, you know, good for you. I'm glad you can unhinge your jaw enough to take a bite of that. I'm so happy for you. Happy for you. I have a small mouth. I have a small, tiny little mouth. So I can't, sadly. But this looks like a great burger. Again, it's well balanced. I'm glad that there's pickles and some vegetable. And you use the same, not the same one I like for burgers, but I love mustard. Just not on burgers. But it still looks good. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 just because I personally would have smashed the burger. It's just a little thick for me, but that looks great. This one doesn't have an explanation, and I'm going to be honest, I don't know what's on it. So I need you guys to help me. So this is by DTCTV. This is their burger. I definitely see that there's onion, lettuce, and tomato. And then I see the bun, of course. I think that is a chicken patty. But when I look at the shape, it looks kind of like a fried fish. And there's like 3 layers of something on the top. There's like what looks to me like fried fish, which looks to me above it like a smashed bun. And then a thin layer of, I don't know what that is. No, that's an egg. That's a fried egg? I'm not sure what this is. It's got an air of mystery to it. It's got an air of mystery where I'm like, I don't know what's going on. You guys seem to know that it is an egg. But yeah, like it looks like it could be tempeh. Because like, it's egg, but yeah, like I don't know. It still looks good. So let's go ahead and try it. I'm not going to rate it because I don't have enough information and I'm too confused. But I wanted to know if you, now that you've seen, hopefully that your burger was included on my stream, if you can tell me what it is. Like in my live tag or something, because we all want to know. DTCTV, can you please tell us what's in your burger? Thank you very much. Some people think it's an egg, some people think it's a pancake, some people think it's chicken, some people think it's fish, some people think it's fried pickles, some people think it's a hash brown. I don't know, but I need you to tell me. So please do. Thank you very much. Next burger. This one looks really great at the cross section. I don't know how it looks that pristine. I don't know how you did that, especially on the right slice. Anyway, this is Milch Yep's burger. They have fries on the side. It looks like they've got a little nice dipping sauce. Then they've got this nice cross section so we can see that there is pickles, onions, tomato, cheese, and then the burger itself. I love pickles. So that's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to see for me. I think there is sauce on that bottom bun. I would presume it's the same sauce that is on the fries. And the bun does look like it is very lightly toasted. This looks like a great burger. The bun isn't too thick. Like, this looks like it's a pretty wide burger, but it could be the plate size. I would eat this burger. The fries look very toasty. They look a little unevenly toasted, mind you, as some of the ends are burnt as to where the center looks like it needs to be cooked more. But this is great. Like, if we're ignoring the fries, which we're going to ignore, this burger looks fantastic. The cooking is perfect. Like, it doesn't look like it's cooked all the way through to the point where it's dry. It looks like if I push down on it, juices will come out. It looks nice and juicy. And we love a juicy burger in this household. So I would eat this thing down. I would start eating it, and I would take my time with this burger. It looks yummy. Too many pickles? Nah, that's a perfect amount of pickles, man. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. These pickles, I feel like, are generally better for a burger, because I feel like too often when you do the actual circle cut pickles, they're great, but you'll have bites with no pickle. Nobody wants a bite of a burger with no pickle if they like pickle. These pickles go over the whole burger. So you're going to have a bite, and then you're going to have a tasty little burger bite in your mouth, and it's going to be consistent every single time. This is a straight 10 out of 10. Amazing burger. You cooked. You cooked so hard. You cooked hard, brother. This is Luna02's burger. There are some curly fries on the side, and then a very interesting burger, which I'm not sure all the toppings on it. It looks like there is pickle. Then I see something red, but I think that's ketchup coming down from the side of the burger. This looks like it's on a pretzel bun that is probably a little bit toasted. It looks very, very nice, but very simple at that too, because again, it's pretty much just, if I can see that correct, a pickle with the burger patty and then cheese and then some ketchup on the top. I would eat this burger. I feel like it's another case where, because it's a pretzel bun, you can get away with the less toppings. And oh, there must be mustard on there too, because I see the mustard bottle in the background being used to held up the baby Risa. Where's the dipping sauce for your fries? The other side, I don't see it. But you probably wanted to show off the pretzel bun and not your dipping sauce, so understandable. Curly fries don't need dip. Yes, they do. Good fries don't need sauce. Yes, they do. You're right. If they're really crispy, I feel like they don't need sauce. But generally, I like a little bit of sauce. I need a little bit of sauce with my potato sticks, you know? But this is a good looking burger. Again, the pretzel bun lets you get away with a bit more minimal toppings, but the fact that you have pickles and cheese and the burger doesn't look too thick, I think all gives you a winning combination. So I'm going to give you a 10 out of 10. I'm interested in trying a pretzel bread bun now. Here's the next burger, which is by Jesus Channel 09128126. I call this one the Nerissa combo. We got the spicy jalapeno Cajun burger with a side of Cajun fries for extra kick. And of course a matcha latte for the madam, so she may have a break after enjoying African American culture. We know she cannot handle spice. Excuse me! You are incorrect. Firstly, I can handle spice 110%. Yesterday, I was given a beautiful gift of very, very spicy, they were like, fried noodles. So, like, they weren't, like, cooked, like, the regular way. They were probably cooked the regular way and then fried. And they were covered in, like, really, really spicy spice. And I liked them. It was a building spice, too. So you'd have to, like, eat them. And they're good, but I love Cajun fries. Just so you know... This looks very yummy. As I said, it's a Cajun burger, but they didn't explain the toppings. But it looks like there is 2 different slices of cheese, a burger patty, potentially bacon, and then I also see some pickles, and then the burger looks great. The burger looks like it's got some spices and such on top, as well as is potentially toasted, and then there's going to be the Cajun sauce on there as well. It looks wonderful. The bun looks burnt. I don't think that's burnt on the top. That is like definitely like a spice seasoning on top of it. Yeah, I feel like the portion size is pretty good. The burger doesn't look too big, but there is a lot of fries. There's a lot of fries. I need to know if there's onion on this burger, because that's what I would add. But otherwise, very solid. Gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Would eat. Very, very nummy looking. This next burger is by Fenrir57. Forgive the basic bun, but made some cheeseburger with steak tips on top. So this is interesting. This is another one of those like double meat burgers where you've got the regular burger, which looks like a smash burger, pretty tall store-bought bun. It does not look like it is toasted, and then you have a very melty, wonderful-looking cheese, some fries on the side that look pretty good. I can't tell if there's sauce. Does not look like there is any vegetables, pickles, or even sauce on this burger, but there is steak tips. This is a very meaty burger. If you like a meaty burger, this is for you. This is your burger. The steak tips look like they're cooked very well, and the smash burger also looks like it's cooked very well. However, for me, this just doesn't have enough substance. I need something on it. I need some vegetables. Even if you want to do like cooked like bell peppers, you know, on top. I need some sauce. I need some vegetables to even it out, so I feel like I'm eating something healthy. So I can pretend. So if someone says, what do you mean you ate a burger for an 8th day in a row? I can say, no, you don't understand. It's balanced. This is still good. I'd still try it, but I feel like I would definitely get like the meat sweats after. You know what I'm talking about? Or I need a like long nap. After eating this, you will need a long nap. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Just because I don't like to fall asleep right after eating. And this would put me the fuck to sleep. So, but very interesting. I've never had a burger with steak tips. Fries are vegetables. Fries are not vegetables. They are deep fried and French. This next burger, are we already at the end? I think this is the last burger I have on here. No way we got through them this quick. This is a UG02's burger. A beef burger with just cheese and lettuce for a late night snack. As you can see, that is a lot of cheese. There's also a jailbird in the background, which is, of course, UG themselves getting ready to eat their late night snack. The burger looks like it's got a coat of oil, butter, who knows, over it, then was toasted, which is awesome. I love doing that with burgers. Then there is the burger itself. I see some lettuce, and then I see some sauce on the very bottom. Then there is this melty, melty, melty cheese sauce. That looks so good. The only thing I'd add is pickles. If this had pickles, it would be perfect. But that melty cheese sauce looks chef's kiss so good. They also have ketchup on the side, which leads me to believe, since there are no fries visible, they're going to, when this burger is in their hands, pick it up and dip it in the ketchup as well. So even though the ketchup isn't on the burger, it's going to end up on the burger. I'm curious about what kind of cheese this is melted. I've never had this amount of cheese on a burger, but I fuck with it. It looks like Velveeta. I've never had Velveeta on a burger. In fact, I don't think I've ever had Velveeta cheese, period. So I can't speak to it. But to me, this looks like a cheese lover's dream. This looks like when you die and go to cheese heaven. Not even on nachos or mac and cheese? I don't think so. I don't make nachos at home, and mac and cheese, I'm a craft girly, so I've always had just the instant. I've made mac and cheese, but usually I use the bagged cheeses from the store. I get the pre-shredded, and I don't get Velveeta. But yeah, this looks great. Again, I'd add pickles, but otherwise you've got everything you need. Pickles and onions, but it looks like there's sauce. It looks like there's some sort of vegetable on there. It looks like there's meat, and the burger's not too thick, and the bun is well taken care of. The bun is well taken care of, because sometimes you get a bun and you don't do anything to it, so it just looks dry and like, you know, like a burger bun. But this looks like you could tell me you homemade this and I might believe you. You'd be like, yeah, I made this burger at home, and I'd be like, they might not be lying. It's probably not homemade because of the little dip that you see on the left side, but you might be able to trick me. If the burger looks like this, I'd be like, shit, man. Maybe you did. It looks really good. But yes, that is our burger review.